Welcome everyone to the final episode of Red Dead Redemption. It is now 1914 and we are playing as a 19-year-old Jack.
That's actually a pretty cool way of doing the postgame, not gonna lie.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Jack because his voice is kinda grating and he doesn't treat his horses all that great. Yeah, like that. So, anyway, we are going to be stuck with him and he has all of John's items and all of his reputation and all that stuff is intact. So it's functionally identical. Any quests or challenges that you have not completed, you can do now in the post-game.
So Jack can just pick up quests from like 3 years ago that John had just left unfinished?
Yeah, and there's some special dialogue for it as well. Like the NPCs will say, oh, you look kind of familiar.
That's kind of funny, actually.
So anyway, before we do anything, let's just drop by Jack's room here, which is now a save point. But more importantly, let's just put on some slightly nicer clothes, I think. Haven't really been completing these outfits, but it doesn't really matter. I feel like this one is appropriate for what we are about to do. Okay, and our normal horse isn't really cutting it, so let's summon our old friend Arthur.
Arthur? You there, buddy? There you are.
It takes him a while to mosey over, you know how he is. Well, maybe you don't because you didn't play Red Dead 2, but that's how he is. So, where should we go first? Now, Blackwater is of course the closest town, so if we are going to find information, I guess that would be where we'd head first.
Couldn't hurt.
Didn't really need to put a waypoint there, but whatever.
So, does the game ever tell you how, Abigail passed away, or...?
No, it does not. I think she just passed away due to illness or just grief or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, we never hear any details on that. Now we do see a stranger icon there on the minimap as well as a wanted poster just went up, but never mind that.
More importantly, stranger danger.
Howdy. Hello, young man. Hello, sir. You work with the government? You one of them agents?
Sure, son. Why you ask?
Did you work with a man named Edgar Ross? I have something for him.
Edgar Ross. No, but well knew of him. Fine man if he wanted results. Won himself a chest full of medals. I think he went and retired about a year ago. Last I heard, him and his wife moved out to a cabin on Lake Don Julio. Lucky guy, getting to take it easy. He's fighting crime in this dump, that's for sure.
Thank you for the information, mister.
I think it's pretty self-evident what we are planning to do here.
Oh no.
Somebody is calling for help there, but we don't have time for their bullshit right now.
More importantly,
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello, young man.
Hi.
What are you doing out here? Are you out visiting the lake with your family?
No, ma'am. I was looking to deliver a letter to Edgar Ross.
That husband of mine. That bureau just won't get its talons out of him, even though he's retired. Edgar gave them some of the best years of his life. They ought to let him retire in peace. They'll not rest till they've killed him with worry, and he's such a sensitive man. I'm sorry, I shouldn't get so angry. I don't suppose any of this is your fault. There's no need to worry about him nowadays.
Well, where is he?
He and his brother Philip went hunting on the south side of the San Luis River. Be careful crossing over. They were saying it was dangerous.
I sure will, ma'am. And don't worry about a thing. I'm sure your husband will be just fine. Hey there, mister. How's the hunt?
Pretty good, son. Got me a few rabbits, coyote, elk. Still looking for some trophies for the parlor.
I've got a letter here for Edgar Ross. You know him? I heard he was down in these parts with his wife.
I know him. He's my brother. Gone down river, duck hunt. Must be a pretty important letter to have come all this way.
Oh, yes, sir. Real important. I'll be on my way home as soon as I deliver this message.
Best be off then. Just don't get on his bad side. He's got a filthy temper.
Some people kill Ross's brother and wife. We didn't do that, although we can hear that there is some wolf business going down there at the campsite, and we're not really inclined to help either. He should be fine, he's a skilled hunter.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay.
Excuse me. You Edgar Ross?
Do I know you?
Forgive me for startling you, sir. I have a message for you. My name is Jack Marston. You knew my father.
I see. I remember your father.
I've come for you, Ross.
And you, boy, have sure as shit found me.
You killed my father.
Your father killed himself with the life he lived.
You killed him. I saw you.
You keep saying that.
You sent him to do your dirty work. Then you shot him like a dog.
And I'll shoot you like one too, you little piece of trash. Now get out of here before I kill you as well.
I ain't going nowhere, old man.
Upon a dead man's gun, and you're looking down the sights. Your heart is worn and the seams are torn, and they've given you a reason to fight. And you're not gonna take what they've got to give, and you're not gonna let them take your will to live, because they've taken enough, and you've given them all you can give, and luck won't save them tonight. They've given you a reason to fight. And all the storms you've been chasing, about to rain down tonight. And all the pain you've been facing, about to come into the light. Your hands upon a dead man's gun, and you're looking down the sights. Your heart is worn and the seams are torn, and they've given you a reason to fight. And you're not gonna take what they've got to give, and you're not gonna let them take your will to live, because they've taken enough, and you've given them all you can give, and luck won't save them tonight. They've given you a reason to fight.
Oh man. No matter how many times I see that ending, it still gets me.
It is pretty powerful.
Such a relief to be here finally.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the credits roll.
Yeah, all the padding in Mexico and all the kinda repetitive shooting missions. I think the entirety of the epilogue kinda makes up for that.
Yeah, like this game is beautiful, it has some beautiful environments, but it needs to desperately trim the fat.
Yeah, definitely, and well, Red Dead 2, well, it still has its share of fairly repetitive combat missions as well, but it also has well, generally the cast is much more likable. You're not just dealing with a whole bunch of assholes all the time,
good.
which helps. And yeah, there are some lighter moments as well, as one mission where you go out drinking, which is pretty funny. But we'll get there at some point, maybe.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that kind of bugs me about like this game, just because I feel like I could count the number of people I actually like on one hand.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Past that, yeah, everyone's kind of either an asshole or they're just kind of killed off unceremoniously.
That sounds like a Yoko Taro game again, but never mind.
I mean, at least I can remember those people. Like, those characters have something going for them.
Fair enough. But yeah, that was... I'm just really trying to collect my thoughts here because I have been working on this LP for years. Like I recorded the first couple of episodes, the first 7 or so episodes, all the way back in 2016.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how long this has kind of been in the works. So, yeah, it is kind of a relief to finally have this over with.
No kidding.
Now, obviously, the actual LP didn't start until around the time of Red Dead 2's release in late 2018, but it's still a couple of years, so...
But hey, you did it. We're at the... You've crossed the finish line.
Slow and steady wins the race. Maybe. Or at least loses with some kind of dignity.
I mean, you completed the project. I'd say that's a dignified finish.
Yeah, let's go with that. So yeah, I'm actually not sure what I'm even supposed to say at this point. Like, I still really enjoyed playing through the game, but it's a lot like GTA 4 in that the missions are just so repetitive for such a long time that it really just kind of kills your motivation, especially in Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico desperately needed some editors.
Yeah, and Mexico was where I was trying to do this on my own for like the first half of the LP. Then I enlisted you to help because I figured that I just couldn't do it anymore by myself because I just couldn't come up with things to say by myself.
I don't blame you. Like, after a certain point, you just kind of run out of talking points. when the game just has you doing the same things over and over again. Like, I think this game would be pretty good if you just wanted to, like, go on a virtual horseback ride and just enjoy the sights.
Oh, it's amazing for that.
Like, in that regard, I think it's great. But when it comes to actually doing the objectives in the story... eh?
Yep, that does sound like a Rockstar open world game. In general.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Rockstar, actually.
Although sometimes they don't even get the open world part to really all that right. I mean, I didn't like GTA 5 at all. It doesn't really have anything interesting in the open world. I mean, yeah, you get some assholes that you have to do missions for and maybe get some crappy rewards and that sort of thing. I mean, at least this game gives you actual rewards for completing the side quests and the challenges.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Red Dead 2 is a lot better at that front as well, I think.
That's good.
I mean, as a video game, this probably plays better than Red Dead 2, which just kinda gets hung up on all the quote-unquote realism stuff, which just doesn't always work all that great.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that bothered me about, like what I'd seen of RDR2. Just, it takes so long to open a treasure chest or loot someone.
We'll get to deal with that at some point, maybe. Hint, hint.
Just let me get the stuff. I don't need to watch. I don't need to watch the character, like, painstakingly rifle through pockets.
Yeah, plenty of editing's gonna be involved if/when we do that. But I mean, that's nothing new because a whole lot of editing was already employed in this. And most of my LPs because, you know, I'm an idiot and I just keep LPing these big open world games. So.
I mean, the open world game, or the open worlds are fun to, like, explore.
Yeah, less fun when you have to edit together 5 hours of footage into a couple of episodes that remain somewhat watchable by some standards.
Did they run out of music for the credits? What happened?
I think they did, yeah. Never mind that. I think that's... yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, they couldn't just put on some generic cowboy from the soundtrack?
I mean, they could have played the theme song in or over the credits, because that actually never plays in its full form in the game, it's only on the soundtrack.
I think you know what you gotta do in editing now.
Nah, I think we've got enough copyright claims.
Damn.
But yeah, that is it for Red Dead Redemption, and I am glad this is finally over. It's been fun at points. Thanks for joining me on this, what should I call this even? This fool's errand.
Thanks for having me.
No problem, and we'll be doing something else next time around. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching and commenting on the thread and on YouTube. This is it for the LP. I will see you later.
Have a good one, folks.